The vault is open. Let's take a look at what you'll find inside. Also, we're going to talk about fitness trends and what the best form of cardio is. Welcome to the Strong for Life podcast. If you're catching this live, thanks for tuning in. You can always catch this live Tuesday morning. It's 10 a.m. here in Hobart, Tasmania. And you can catch it live through YouTube or the Become Strong for Life Facebook page or Facebook group. If you're tuning in for the first time, please take a minute to like, rate, and review on whatever platform you catch this on. It's on, I think pretty much all the platforms. And also, if you're new here, this podcast is designed for busy parents and professionals who are, like most of us, time poor and just need a short hit of fitness information or things to think about, things to consider in relation to their health. So we keep it short, usually under 20 minutes. Let's see here. Tuesday morning, 10 a.m., Hobart, Tasmania. I'm Coach Josh, and there is a big announcement. Finally. There's been a lot of things happening behind the scenes, a lot of projects being worked on, and one of them just launched today. So what I'm talking about is the Strong for Life Members Vault. And the Members Vault is something I've been working on for months. Well, we could probably say years, over a decade, because it's the ultimate fitness resource for becoming strong for life. And the idea is the Members Vault is an online, mobile-friendly programming and nutrition library. And it's designed for busy parents and professionals to help them achieve their health and strength goals, and do so without the cost and commitment of traditional personal training. So I've been in the industry since 2011. And as head coach of Strong for Life Online Coaching, I've been writing a lot of programs and resources and working with people one-on-one for years to help them achieve their health and fitness goals, hit body composition that they enjoy, and sometimes literally climb mountains. And all of the programs and resources that I'm working on are the same ones that you're going to find inside the vault, minus the one-on-one coaching. So over 15 years as a competitive strength athlete, combat athlete, personal trainer, and coach, and I know the impact that good programming can have on a motivated person who wants to make lasting changes to their health. But finding that good programming is hard. Finding useful, easy to access resources is a hard thing. There's just too much information out there. And so I created the Members Vault to make high quality, whole body programming available to everyone, everywhere, at any time, and do so basically less than any online coaching program. So this is a great resource. It's available today. The pre-sale starts today. So hop on over to the website or find me on social media if you have questions. You can head to strongforlife.online and check out the vault. And that is a living entity. That is something that I am going to be working on and updating and adding new programs and new resources every month. There's plenty to get you started. Plenty. Program for every opportunity. But I'm going to keep adding and adding and adding until it becomes the greatest programming vault on the internet. So go ahead and check that out. Let's see here. What else? Let's talk about some things I've been seeing recently. So right off the bat, if you don't already know this, and I know it's hard to decipher the good from the bad information on social media, but I'd say at least 98, 99% of Instagram fitness stuff is nonsense. It's all bullshit. Almost everything you see is nonsense. And the stuff that's actually good, nobody wants to see because it's boring. And I know it's hard because social media is designed to grab your attention and it's designed to make you want to do the thing you see. But it ain't going to help you. Almost all of it is not going to help you, which is kind of disappointing. It's a little depressing even. But what do we see? What do we usually see on social media that makes us interested? I would say that the majority of the things we see on social media in terms of fitness and what people are doing, other coaches, the bodybuilder coaches training in their Speedos, the women's Instagram fitness influencers also training in their Speedos. It's kind of like the late night fitness gadget commercials that we used to see if you stayed up too late, and all there is the made for TV ads. And there's always some new weird ab blasting contraption or super toning gizmo. And the people demoing it, not the people selling it, but the people doing the demonstrations, are always basically fitness or physique competitors. Super ripped, super tan, gorgeous people using this crazy gimmick. And the implication is that if you use this gimmick, you're going to look like them. But absolutely none of them have used the ab blaster to get jacked and tan. That's just not how you do it. They did it by doing the same movements, basic gym training, weight training movements over and over and over and over for years on end, with a very big focus on their diet. But that's all that Instagram is these days. That's all that they're ads. That's all that the videos are. There's someone who's super jacked, super good looking, who is doing something goofy and gimmicky that looks cool on camera, but it's not what you do to look like them. It's not what you do to perform like them. It's what they do to get you to click on their stuff and then sell you the boring stuff, because the boring stuff works. So if it's not, 9-box tall running backflip box jumps, or some absolutely new innovative way to use a dumbbell, it's blatantly an ad. And if it's not one of those things, it's not interesting, because the boring stuff, the squats, the deadlifts, the push-ups, the pull-ups, you can only see that so many times before it's not interesting. But that is the stuff that gets you where you want to be. And the other thing you don't really see a lot of, because it's really hard to show in an interesting video how important nutrition is. Like, there's a lot of pretty pictures of food, and there's a lot of pictures of pretty people, but it's hard to be like, yeah, you have to eat less, you have to eat more protein, and you can't eat whatever you want whenever you want. And that's how you get jacked. And that's how you recover from your exercise. And that's how you get the body and performance you want. That's a hard thing to see. It's a hard thing to sell, because it's boring. But the thing is, the most effective nutrition plans, the most effective workouts are boring. But the secret is, the most effective workouts are the ones that you can do and do consistently forever. And this is why things like CrossFit and F45 and all the hypey, jumping around, flashing light, fitness training stuff doesn't really work for people in the long run. That's why the injury rates in those programs are high, and the dropout rate for the normal person, the average mom and dad who doesn't have days to recover from everything, they don't stick with it. You have to have something that you can stick with. And the stuff that you can stick with is repetitive but convenient. It's repetitive and it works. It's not flashy, but it will get you strong and it will make you look good. And it's the same with food. Simple consistency above all. The best workout is the one that you can do, and the best program is the one that you can do a lot for a long time. That doesn't mean it has to be a killer workout. You don't have to be in a pool of your own sweat and vomit by the end of it. But you have to work hard. You have to cover foundational movements, squat, hinge, push, pull, some sort of core integration. You have to do that. And you have to do it for a long time while dialing in your food, if you want to look like the infomercial guys and girls. You don't look like them by doing what they're selling. So I know it's kind of a bummer, because I see a lot of stuff on the internet too, and I'm like, that's cool. But then I go, okay, coach brain. What does it actually do? Nothing. It's just a test of athleticism. It doesn't train you to be an athlete. It's a test of strength. It doesn't train you to be strong. It looks cool. It's well edited. But you can't do that over and over to get good at it. To get good at it for life. So don't fall for the gimmicks. If you see something flashy and crazy and supposedly revolutionary online, it's not. Oh, it's flashy. It's cool looking. But it's not revolutionary. And it's probably not going to change your life. Stick to the basics. get really good at the basics, and do them as often as possible, as long as you can, with a good focus on rest and recovery. And this is kind of coming back to ice baths again, because no one wants to let me live down the fact I don't think they're great. You know what's better than ice bath? A nap. If you're worried about your recovery, if you're worried about your recovery, sleep more. An ice bath is not going to give you better benefits than a nap, than an extra half hour of sleep. Sorry. The gimmicks, man, they're just gimmicks. They can be a nice addition to what you do. They can add some spice and flavor and fun and challenge to your life. But nothing beats lifting weights, getting good sleep, eating well, and doing a little bit of cardio. And when it comes to cardio, here's an upsell for you. I can tell you the single best, the greatest, most effective, most achievable, and easy to be consistent with form of cardio. Now, it might come as a bit of a shock to people. It might be a little daunting to hear this. But the single greatest form of cardio is walking. It's walking. This is what humans are designed to do. We are designed to walk. We are literally made to walk a lot and consistently. And nothing is going to beat getting lots of walking in. Not for general health. I firmly believe that walking is one of the great pillars of good health. It's the best. And if you're one of those people who thinks, well, it takes up so much time, I can't fit in any more time in. Well, I think you can. Let's try this. If you find it hard to dedicate time to walking or your health in general, assuming you eat 3 meals a day, after each one, walk for 10 minutes. 3 times a day. That's 30 minutes. At the end of the week, that's 3.5 hours. You did 3.5 hours of exercise that you didn't do previously in 10-minute chunks. That's easy. That's an easy thing to do. And it can absolutely change your life. It can make your life longer and give you better quality of life. Because if I came up to you and said, you need to do 3.5 hours of exercise a week to be healthy, most people are like, I can't fit that in. How am I supposed to go to the gym for 3.5 hours? How am I supposed to do anything for 3.5 hours? Like, well, 10 minutes at a time. Baby steps. So if you're looking for a resource to help you with that consistency, to give you direction, to give you a plan. Give you a plan that'll keep you on track and provide you with good nutrition resources. Check out the Vault. That's why I made it. But if that isn't your cup of tea, I just want you to be skeptical about what you see on the internet and start walking more. That's it. If you can master daily walking, you're doing better than 99% of people. You're doing better than you used to. You're clocking up the steps that lead to a long and healthy life. It's not going to fix everything, but it's a great first step. All right, folks, I don't want to harp on about that too much. Keeping it nice and short today. So if you got any questions, please feel free to hit me up, Coach Josh Wood on Instagram, or Strong for Life Online Coaching on Instagram and Facebook. Head over to the website, strongforlife.online, and check out the Vault. Pre-sale is on now. If you lock in the pre-sale, you get the pre-sale price for as long as you want it. You can keep it forever, and it's a real good deal. So check that out. Hit me up with questions, and you know what? I'll see you next week.